Guys, it's finally happening. We're just waiting for Jazz. Hope the camera stays like that. Okay. Hi, Jazz. I was inviting you, but it said unable to join. I think you have to send a request, right? Let me see. There you go. Hi, my love.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine too. You look gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
How's Phoenix doing?
Phoenix is doing good.
It's doing good.
Sadly, I'm on my bad mom tip. She's still up.
So she's awake right now?
Yeah, she's definitely still up right now.
Oh,
She'll probably be running in here in a little bit once she hears me talking.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
bad boys and Zeus. Hey, guys.
How old is she by now?
Phoenix, she's going to be 6 on the 29th of March.
Mm.
Yeah, so she'll be 6 very soon.
That's crazy. Jess, we're getting old. We're in our 30s now.
I know. Don't remind me.
Okay, Jess, let me start. I want to bring it back to the beginning, if that's fine for you, and ask you how you would describe your upbringing, your childhood, and your youth and stuff.
Okay. Growing up, I grew up in Los Angeles. Told you, here comes Phoenix. I grew up in West Los Angeles, and my family moved around a lot. So I went to a lot of elementary schools, a lot of middle schools, a lot of high schools. I moved around a lot, all the way up until my high school year, yeah, in high school, I probably finally settled down and was able to stay in a neighborhood and, you know, build a different bond with different people. But I moved around a lot, so I adapt to different environments, I think, pretty well.
And what was your first future dream or choice? Was it always modeling or TV, or was it something solid at the beginning?
No,
I don't
I
know.
wanted to be okay, so I was in this class called Avid in middle school, and we had to write a letter to ourselves in 10 years. And I wanted to be a marine biologist. I thought I was going to save the sea and save the animals and stop population, I mean, not population, but stop climate change. And yeah, so I was thought I was going to be an environmentalist.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
Hi, Iceberg.
Did you get into modeling during high school already? And did you look for it, or were you discovered?
I got into modeling the second semester of college, the second semester of my first year of college. And I kept missing gigs because I had class or certain things that I wanted to do. I couldn't do it because I was at school. So I stopped going to school to fully pursue my modeling career.
You were
in 2008.
You were actually the first girl of color modeling for Monster Energy, right?
No, not the first color girl. There were different girls too, because I was a brand ambassador. So I represent Monster, I represent Miller Lite, I'm representing Coca-Cola. I represented a bunch of different brands for this company.
Okay.
So it just was whatever company was looking for models or brand ambassadors at the time.
Okay, so my bad, then I
Yeah.
remember.
No, it's okay. I wish that would be like monumental. I would be saying that all the time. I'm the first colored monster girl.
Did you like watch BGC like as a fan in your youth and
Yes.
stuff?
Yeah, especially in high school.
And
Especially in high school. Yeah, I watched BGC a lot in high school. I think like around that time, it was like I think season 4 was on,
mhm.
and I think like season 6. What season? The season with Natalie, and then the season with Willamira. Willamira. Those 2 seasons were like the ones that I kind of like
Yeah, yeah.
watched a lot of it. Watched most of the. It's not in here, baby. You have it in here. It is in your room.
I can't believe how grown she is. That's so
I
crazy.
can't either. I
That's
can't
so
believe how
crazy.
grown she keeps getting. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, is this gonna stop? It's not.
Mhm. So, did you admire any bad girl, or were you also watching the villains and were like thinking, "Oh, this is so wrong" and everything? There's a reason why I asked that. And,
I don't think I thought anyone was wrong because growing up, I was like in high school, I was very rebellious. So at this time, I was on my like sneaking out the house and figuring out ways to hang out with my friends, figuring out different ways to like just be bad. So I didn't really see anything wrong with what the girls were doing because I felt like that's what the show was about. So I really didn't see anything wrong with it. Like I
right.
just thought, that's how bad girls act. Like that's how they're gonna act. They're gonna react to everything. So
And that's
I
why the
really didn't
people
think too
tune
much.
in, right?
Thank you, sis.
And
You
that's
said
why the
what?
people, and that's why the people tune in. So, um,
Exactly, exactly.
this
That's what I thought.
this is basically like the source of the idea of this page, that we always thought it's so sickening to see how people watch that show with the intention to watch those things and then judge the girls
Yes.
and over years and slander them and bring it up again and again and again. And I always say, like, if I was filmed in my early 20s drunk around people I would never be around by choice, like that would I
Yes.
wouldn't want that. And I don't remember altercations I had back then, and nobody brings that up to my face, so why would we do that with you guys, you know?
I just think that as like times change, as like technology advance, more people develop, find different ways to like showcase their opinion or think that their opinion is the only one that really matters or counts. And so then once you get a group of people that all feels that way, then it's like, oh, okay, let's all just take our opinion and bash it across everyone's head, when it's like,
Right.
no. Everyone's going to feel a certain way. Everyone was brought up differently. Everyone has different morals, different foundations that they grew on. So I just feel like people's opinions should only be that, their opinion. You can't force someone else to think that your opinion is like the rightful thought or the rightful thing to do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Mm-hmm.
your opinion. It's not a fact. It's your
Mm-hmm.
opinion. So,
I just wish the fans would be more aware that it's an edited show, and that
yes.
the characters that are given to us are that there's a thought behind it. So, and there's so many
Exactly.
examples where you can easily see through that. For example, Sarah was given to us as a hero on season 11.
Mm-hmm.
On season 13, also a little bit as a victim, somebody to, oh my god, why are they like that to Sarah? And then she came on Baddies and they edited her so horrible, and now all the fans talk so bad about Sarah. And that's
And it's
like, do they not
because
understand that they are
Bynum and
ridiculous?
Murray, like the process to even become a bad girl or the process to even be on the show, like we have to do a lot of tests. We have to take a psychological test. We do like a basic education test, and then we also do a personality test.
Mhm.
So I feel like before we even went inside of the house, by us taking all of these tests and by them having us on the green screen or doing the different interviews that we did to be casted, I feel like they already mentally knew who was going to be what character, who was going to play what, and what position they were going to do, or how they should react in a house with this personality and this personality, like how it's going to clash. So we met with like a psychiatrist and different doctors. So it's like I feel like everything was already pre-planned. Like I was going to be an replacement on season 10. And then they said, well, with me ignoring them as well, then they were like, oh, okay, well, this season, the group of girls that we were thinking about for this season, we feel like your personality will be perfect for it. It's going to be in Miami. You'll be able to be in your bathing suit. Like, it'll be spicy. Like, it'll be for you. So they already knew my personality. It's like, yeah, I probably would have did good on another season, but I may not have shined as much as I did on this season. Like, so I just think that everything is for a reason, definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, imagine you could have been on season 10, a replacement, and I don't know, Valentina and Alicia might have jumped you. You might have been the hero of that season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then I would have really had to show my crazy side. I don't think they want any more lawsuits.
So that's why I just wish people could start, even like BGC Obsessed or BGC Girls Inc. just told me he was reading like death threats still for Gigi. This is just sickening and wrong, and we try to bring a change.
I just don't understand how it's okay for the fandom to be able to accept the apology or accept the growth of girls that have been on seasons way before us. We were on season 11. Like, you guys already knew what to expect by this time. Like, you guys already know. Someone's bag getting tossed in the pool. Somebody's getting some hot sauce somewhere. Somebody's weave is going to end up somewhere. Like, you guys already know. Like by season 11, they already should have a vibe. So I just feel like it's very cruel for people to try and crucify us for us enjoying our experience and living and growing and understanding that, okay, it'd be different if we're still out here doing the same thing. But all of these women have grown from it like months after we left the show. Like, weeks after we left the show, we was like, okay, yeah, that shit was cool or whatever, moving right along. Like, it's not like we're just going outside like, hey, let's go get them. Like, no, like, it's a show. It's a show, entertainment. So
right, and you are triggered all the time. Like, people are out to get you all the time. So
yes.
So
it's kind of traumatizing. It's very traumatizing. Like, I feel like I have some type of like PTSD, like, like to the limelight, like to being famous, or like to being a celebrity or an influencer. And I feel like that's why my social presence is like the way that it is, because I feel like I'm never getting like any type of attention for the good things that I do. They only want to magnify the negative things about me, or they try and find different ways to bring me down with like my appearance or something, and that can become a lot as well. And it's just like nobody wants to think about that or hear that all day. And like, that's not how I am. And it hurts even more to be judged by people that wouldn't even take a second out of their day to get to know who you really truly are. So it just becomes like, why would I give myself to this if I'm going to constantly be rejected, or I'm going to constantly get this type of backlash? Like, that's not fulfilling. It's not making me happy as a person. Even though I'm doing what I love, entertaining and being able to take pictures and doing what I felt like was my dream, it becomes draining, because it's like, is it really worth my mental, like my sanity? And then it caused like a battle, so it's like I get PTSD. I'm like, do I want to post this picture? Should I post this? Should I, like, so it's just a lot. It's a lot that comes with it.
I'm really sorry to hear That's
Yeah.
that's actually hurtful to listen to. You don't deserve that, and many and all the other girls who still go through that all the time. Some girls you never saw again, they must be like so traumatized from the backlash and from for little situations partially and stuff.
Yeah.
It's bad. But you
And
have
it could be like
something.
a social shock, like a culture shock. Like you go into like this big thing thinking that you're going to get a certain kind of outcome, then you get a taste of it, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like stripped away from you because you're always being like judged. And I know people will be like, oh, well, don't look at it, or oh, don't do this, or oh, don't do that. But when it's your job for people to be looking at you or people to, you know, be entertained by you, it becomes a lot because now you're trying to chase that image or chase different ways to make these people like you. And that's not fulfilling either. That's the worst. Like, that's the worst feeling.
I can imagine. Um, but every bad has something good sometimes, you
Yes.
know. So that you have something in you that you can share with people, and this is how you dealt with that because we never saw you break. And I didn't understand how. And you didn't go public and cuss out everybody. You didn't like beg people to stop, or you know what I mean? Like,
I
how
wanted to
did you
so
deal
bad.
with that? Because it must have affected your the career you had before BGC also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that damaged a lot as well because before BGC, I had a cute little modeling career. It wasn't nothing super extravagant big yet, which is exactly why I had decided to go on the show because I thought that I would be exposed to more eyes, to more people, to be able seen to get, you know, better gigs, better jobs, travel more. So that's why I decided to do it, and it did like the total opposite. It made me run the other way. I was like, I'm just playing God. I don't want this. This is not what I want to do. I'm just playing. These people don't deserve me. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Pineapples. So, yeah,
How
it can be
could
very
you?
discouraging because then it's like you're applying for jobs or you're applying for gigs and stuff and you don't get it, and all I can think about is, oh, because the first thing they think about it, oh, this is that girl from BGC, this is the girl from Bad Girls Club. It's like everything that I did before Bad Girls Club, it just totally got erased, and now I'm just the girl that thinks she's a model from Bad Girls Club. No, I was definitely a model before I came on Bad Girls Club, and then y'all just played with it and I allowed it to happen. It's all a learning experience. A learning experience. You live, you
Yeah.
learn, and then you go hard.
How could you? How could you separate like this online hate all the time from not feeling hated because you have a surrounding, you know, you are in certain circles and you know you're not hated. You know, how could you separate that and not make it mess too much with your confidence and your self-esteem?
So lately, what I've been doing is whenever I feel like overwhelmed or whenever I feel like insecure or something, I like journal. I write a lot now. Like even if call me Sarah because I have sticky notes everywhere too. I'm serious. Like I write down everything. Like especially like if it's a negative feeling or something, then I have to like release it. Or I'll say it out loud so that I can hear myself saying it. And I'm like, girl, you sound crazy. Like, so I have to channel that a lot or like just release it by writing it, balling up the paper, throwing it away. Or sometimes if it's a lot to write, I'll keep it so then I can go back and read it and then be like, yeah, you don't want to ever feel like this again. Like, so I do that. And then now when I'm online, I don't care about what you say. Like, you can say whatever you want to say, the most nastiest or craziest thing. No, it's Sydney Starr's brother. I'm her brother. You can say whatever you want to say, but see, I do stuff like that. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like
please.
I'm going to flip it. If you want to play dumb, then I'm going to play retarded with you. Like, so we can do that. Or
I'm actually
what I
saying
really like to do is just only focus on the positive stuff.
right.
Like if that was under a comment or something, I would have deleted it and then I would have blocked them. Like you feel me? Like you only get one chance to show me how you really feel. Like, and everything else is out the window. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get second chances to play with people like that, because I will never go under anyone else's page and say anything nasty or negative to make them feel less than what they truly are. So, and when I am on the internet, I always make sure that I'm trying to do positive things as well. Like, I'm liking the things that I truly like. I'm not liking things that are like bad news or negative news or anything of that sort. Like, I'm only liking things that are really light filled. And I make sure that if I do leave a comment, it's something inspirational or something positive, because it's so easy to be negative. It's so easy to be mean, but it takes a lot for someone to actually pour some positivity out there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Great. Great. You're a spiritual person too, right? You're a Christian girl, if I remember right from your season and everything.
Um, I'm not religious anymore, so I really don't
Mm-hmm.
claim a religion, but I'm definitely spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do believe in the messenger Jesus. I do believe in the messenger Allah. I do believe in Buddha. Like, I believe in all the practices of spirituality. Um, it's we're all praying to a higher power, and that higher power is God. It's just different messengers. So, and I respect all of them. So I'm just
And it's
spiritual.
about what's in your heart, right? And
It's
that's
about what's
what
in your
matters.
heart. Exactly.
Yes. Amen. Okay. Do you have like a certain statement or a message you want to give to people who right now go through bullying, to online bullying, who right now somehow feel victimized for something they can't change anymore, for example? Or maybe even to co-workers from the show, from the franchise, um, how to distance that from their own life.
How to
That's
deal
what
with
I'm
bullying. Um, well, first things first is to always know who you are and whose you are. Because once you know those two things, then what someone says or the things that they try and say to make you feel less than, it won't affect you. And also remember that the nasty things that people are saying to you is only a reflection of how they really feel on the inside, is what they're really carrying on the inside. Some people are just being mean and nasty because they're miserable, and misery loves company. So you have to always remember that, and to not let nobody knock you off your game, because it's just a distraction from your main attraction, whatever it is. If they're trying to come at your looks, or if they're trying to come at how you dress, if they try and come at the environment that you live in, you just have to understand that it's because deep down inside with them, they're probably not happy with the way that they look. They're probably not happy with the environment that they came up in. Their roots, the people that they grew up with or around, that's probably how they pour into each other negatively. So you cannot allow that to pour over into you. You just got to walk away, ignore it. And we have that power. We have the power to be able to not listen, to walk away, to close the app, to delete, block, mute, delete, block. Like, you have all of that power in your hand, just like you have the power to be able to read it. Amber, I love you. You have the power to do that as
saying.
well. And that's another way I've been getting through social media so happily, is because I utilize that mute button and I will block the hell out of somebody fast. You and it's gonna be up to you to try and find another email, make up another page. That's crazy. And I'm gonna let you be crazy by yourself. You're not about to pour that crazy onto me.
That's very strong and impressive of you, Jess. Like, I'm really
Thank
proud
you.
of you, and it's
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Like, to see, because it's, as I said, it's hurtful to see what you guys go through. And until this day, as I texted you before, I feel like in your case it got a little better. For example, with the Justin JC interview, that helped a lot. Your YouTube videos
Yeah.
helped a lot.
Yeah.
You came back more online, and now in your case it changed definitely in the last 1 or 2 years, but still it's sad. And there's girls where it's still like as if the season just aired, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I believe that us as people, human beings, we were created to evolve, to constantly evolve. And if you're in the same place that you were in 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, then you running in place. I don't care about how much money you make in or how acting like this is helping for you. Your soul, your spirit is still running in place. You have not evolved to become your highest being. And your highest being isn't someone that has all these luxury things. Like those are just those that's cosmetic. That's things that you can easily get, easily replaced, easily taken. So but your spirit, your soul is something that you have to live with every day.
True.
Yeah.
True. Very true. You're doing your own hair products, right?
Yes. You said
Okay.
my own hairline?
Right. Where can we find them?
Yes, I have actually a hair care line, and
Hmm.
it's called Melanew. And we have a hair growth oil and also a regular oil, which is just hydrating for your scalp, and it also promotes hair growth. This summer, we're going to be adding more products like hair moisturizer mist, also braiding hair, edge control, because I also do that as well. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I graduated from Paul Mitchell School in 2014. Right after the show, I went to cosmetology school, and yeah, I just didn't want to let that go to waste. I'm like, I have to do something. That's where I make more of my money from doing hair than
I can
anything
imagine.
else.
I can imagine. Do you sometimes do appearances still, or not?
No, I haven't. I'm working on. Thank you,
Oh,
baby.
hi, baby.
I'm. Phoenix, they say hi.
Hi, Phoenix from Berlin. Hi. How are
They
you?
say.
Bye. Good night.
I thought she was gonna want to hang out. She said, "Mm-mm, go
Oh,
ahead, do your stuff."
okay. She's got stuff to do.
Yes. If you guys want, you can find it at melanew.co, and that's where you guys can purchase the oil, try it samples if you like. We have that as well. And yeah, stay tuned for more.
Okay. Anything
No, I
else
have
you
not
want?
been doing. Huh? Okay. You gonna get in bed now, though? No. Yes, you should. No. Okay.
Uh,
Yes. No, I
anything?
haven't done any appearances. Honestly, this is like, I wanted to make sure that the way that I'm rebranding is for me and not to be trying to utilize my past. I want to be able to rebrand Jazmone, the entertainer, the model, the philanthropist. Okay, yeah, I will talk about it, okay? Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to say to the fans, like as a message or anything you have to say, a statement, where we can find you on
Um,
social media?
yes, this is my new social media, Casa de XO, which is House of XO. Um, okay, keep that. You got that? You keep both of them. You got it. Yeah, Casa de XO, and you guys can follow me on here where I will be posting more, and you guys can keep up with what I am doing. My YouTube is, I was getting into YouTube, but it's easier for me to YouTube Phoenix. So if you guys are into watching toy reviews and movie reviews, Phoenix got you. She loves Marvel movies, so she's always doing different reviews on them. I have so much stuff that I need to upload. I just have so much content. I'm just always so busy that trying to do the social media thing, it's really hard. Like it's really
And
hard.
once you start, it's so much pressure, right? Every
Yeah,
day.
and then you have to stay
Oh,
consistent. Like once
yeah.
you start, you cannot stop.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure when I do is going. So I have a couple videos that I'm going to be dropping this weekend. So if you guys want to check out the YouTube, and I'm always on Big O Live. So if you guys are wondering, like, why is she never on live? Why is she never doing this? Because I only go live on Big O Live. And when I say I go live every day on there, I go live on there every day, 2 hours a day. And it's just me and my lifestyle. Sometimes I'm momming, sometimes I'm hanging out with my girlfriends. Sometimes, like today, for this, I did my hair on Big O. So if you guys are on Big O, you saw me doing my hair today. Or sometimes I'll do my makeup routine, my skincare routine. It's just really how I'm feeling whenever I'm on a camera. So, yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time, Jazz. That was like
No
the most,
problem.
like the best start I could have imagined for the page.
No, thank you. Thank you. I
Thanks a
appreciate you
lot.
for having me here. And I just
Very
want all of
right.
you guys to always remember that karma is a revolving door. So never forget that. All right?
Thanks. Thanks, Boo. God bless you. See you. Stay
All
around,
right.
okay?
Thank you. See you.
Bye bye.